Hello everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Essence, and in today's video, I would like to talk to you about the difference between light magic, dark magic, and black magic, because there is a difference. Major difference. So, first off, let's talk about light magic. What is light magic? Light magic is positive magic that is used usually to benefit one's life, either yourself or someone else. Um, People who follow Wicca use light magic. They don't like to use any kind of hexing or evil magic. So it could be any magic of positive energy or neutral energy. Doesn't have to be positive, but it certainly isn't any of the darker forms of magic. So it could be either positive or neutral magic. Now, dark magic isn't necessarily evil magic. In fact, through darkness, the light becomes clear. Like when I say the goddess Nyx from Greek mythology, she is the goddess of night. Now, you may ask, what use is that? Well, during the nighttime, the stars are more illuminated. Some people have greater epiphanies at night, because I do too. I think straighter during the nighttime when all is quiet, when there aren't too many people out. I do believe certainly that it is within the darkness that the answers become clear. The light at the end of the tunnel becomes illuminated. So, dark magic is not necessarily evil magic, but it explores the darker themes. It explores hexes. It can explore curses. It can explore working with negative emotions, like the Dark Army that I talked to you about in the last video. That would be considered dark magic. I forget what shadow work, which is actually working with those darker emotions, with also finding the root of problems within your own life using such magic and things like that. So it doesn't necessarily have to be evil. It is not light magic, but and the curses and hexes thing, when it is used like for self-defense, let's say, or to get someone to have their comeuppance for doing something bad, that is when I consider it dark magic and not completely evil, but it is a darker theme. And then finally, we turn to black magic. What is black magic? Black magic is the most horrible kinds of magic, the most morbid, I would say. It may explore themes of pure evil, blood sacrifices. It might include working with the remains of the dead, like necromancy, which, even though, according to my research, necromancy throughout history in ancient times wasn't necessarily about digging up dead bodies and trying to get them to come to life. It was more spirit communication. So necromancers of the past did not dig up bodies in order to associate with the dead. They were just known as necromancers for communicating with the dead, like mediums. While in most recent times, necromancy has been changed, and not for the better. It involves the remains of human bodies. It may either be a whole human body or some remnants of a human body, but nonetheless, that is black magic. Using evil powers, using darker emotions for pure evil purposes, like cursing and hexing the innocent, people who have done nothing to you, making the lives of people that you know miserable, whether they deserved it or not, invoking demons and working with demons, sending demons to someone for the pure act of torment, that sort of thing. All of those things can be considered black magic, and it is the most purest form of evil magic that there is. So, while dark magic explores darker themes, darker emotions like hatred, sadness, anger, and oftentimes can be used to find out where certain emotions are coming from, can help find the sources of problems, and also can be used as self-defense. Black magic is used pretty much unprovoked. Like, if you were to, say, come across someone and you accidentally stepped on their lawn and they didn't like that and they curse you for it, that's black magic. Because that is not warranted at all. There's no excuse for that kind of magic, in my opinion. In fact, years ago, when I had this channel, when I had the show Spiritual Essence on another channel, I was contacted by someone who said, well, why can't you teach us about evil magic, working with demons and hexes? And I'm like, because that would include hurting people, and I don't want to do that. And the guy's like, I do. And I said, for what purpose? And he's like, because I want to. I blocked him right away. This guy was obviously a user of evil magic, and I would, even though I explore darker themes in my magic, I have never gone so far as to use black magic, and I don't plan to ever. I don't want to. There's no reason behind it, and I feel like anyone who uses black magic has something wrong with them deep down in their soul, or, you know, their heart. Something obviously happened to them that made them like this, and, you know, I feel so sorry for those people. And I will do everything I can to help people who are victims of black magic. I can help if anyone is afflicted by such things, and I will teach people how to defend themselves with magic. I will teach people how to do darker forms of magic, because I believe it's something that everyone should know. If not to use personally, then to be educated on how to reverse it, how to stop it, how to send it back, or how to block it. It's good to learn both sides. Because if you learn just one side, then you're unprepared for the other one. And it's an unbalanced thing, and you don't want to be unbalanced. Which is another word I can use to describe people who use black magic. Unbalanced. Thank you guys so much for watching this little video. I've heard this question asked to me many times, and I thought I'd do a little video on it because some people are a little confused. Yeah, there are magic forms out there that, because everyone has to have a label for everything nowadays. So, like, I use kitchen magic, I use plant magic, I use fire magic, and, you know, the list goes on. Which is fine, you can do that. But when it comes to levels of magic, there's a high one, there's a middle one, and then there's a low one. Light magic, dark magic, black magic. So it's good for people to understand what the levels are, what do they mean, when and if to use them, and the downsides of each one. Light side doesn't really have a downside because it's working with either positive or neutral magic. Dark magic may have some setbacks, but not nearly as much as the black magic. So, be prepared, just in case. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button in case so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And if you have any questions about this subject or any other spiritual subject or an idea for a video that you want to see on this channel that has to do with the spiritual, please put it down in the comments.